Welcome back. Well, if you've already seen the Brute War Chieftain review, you probably already know that I do have the Combat Elite as well. So I would like to be talking about Todd McFarlane's Halo 3 Series 3 Combat Elite. The first multiplayer Elite to be released by Todd McFarlane. The figure looks like a minor Domo Elite from the campaign, but actually this is the multiplayer figure, which is strange because normally the multiplayer figures have secondary colors. Let's see, either that or they just screwed up and gave it the multiplayer figure box. They might have done that. This is actually the multiplayer figure box, and to show you what the campaign figure box looks like, this is from the War Chieftain. See, it's reddish looking, so it's different. Might have been a mistake, I don't know. But anyway, back to the review. The Combat Elite is very well made, very realistically detailed, in my opinion. His mandibles don't move, sadly, but they each have a set amount of teeth in there. Unlike the Halo 2 figures, which did not look realistic at all, these teeth actually look very realistic. Articulation is extremely well. This is practically just the Arbiter with a different armor set on, but what sets this apart from the Arbiter is actually removable armor. There we go. The chest comes off as well. I'm going to put this back on. Hold on. And it's kind of different, the armor that comes off. Kind of different. But the head plate also comes off, which reveals a very awesome looking elite head. And actually that shows us something that we don't normally see. A ring of armor going across that holds the mandibles in place, the mandible armor piece in place, so that's pretty cool. Only thing I have about it is there's a giant hole in the top of his head, but we can get past that because the helmet looks pretty sweet, and that just slides right back on his head, as so. I have a very major concern with these weapons that they gave him. They actually gave them dual plasma rifles. Although very awesome, these weapons are extremely flimsy. They're not even made of, I wouldn't even consider it plastic. It's more of a rubber. Let me take one out of his hand and I'll show you. Sorry, these things are a pain in the butt to get out. Let it go. There we go. Jeez, that was hard. Alright. The plasma rifle. I'm giving this weapon a 2. Maybe a 1, 1.5. This is just sad. I mean, it's all flimsy. I mean, look at that. That's just... The color is okay, but it's not a particularly good paint job. This has to be the worst figure. This has to be the worst weapon they've made so far. This is just so pathetically sad that I'm not even gonna deal with it. Sorry, it's a terrible weapon. Other than that, though, I mean, the Elite's pretty sweet. You know, very articulated. His toes don't bend, but his ankles do have better articulation than the Spartans, so that makes up for it. Weapon storage is on the back, but yet again, McFarlane Toys decided not to give a figure a weapon placement for their leg, because they don't carry a plasma rifle on their back to begin with, so I don't understand why they're doing that. I would recommend buying this just because of the fact that it's a very nice collectible figure. Like I said, the only thing that is wrong with it is, of course, the weapons and the fact that you cannot put a weapon on his leg like you're supposed to. But again, it's a very nice figure. Highly recommended. Oh yeah, the shoulder pads, if you can see that, they're actually built in on the Elite himself, so they just pop right on, which is it's very nice. Very nice, just like in the Spartans. And there we go. Okay. I'm giving the figure itself a 5 out of 5. I'm giving the weapon a 1 out of 10. 1.5 out of 10 for the weapon. 8.5 for playability. And an overall score of 8.5 out of 10. If you find this figure, I would recommend buying it. And just like the Arbor figure, the hand does have a little tab inside. I don't know if you can see that, but it does have a tab inside, so you can actually use the energy sword. So it's not actually, if you got two Arbors, you could dual wield the energy swords. But other than that, very nice figure. I would recommend buying it. Stay tuned for more reviews and videos coming up. This is Spartan Warrior 117 signing off.